Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make these knotted headbands. These are the look. Mine are all hand sewn, so this is what you end up with. And I've got a trick for getting the feet nice as well. So these are the ones I've done. Got this nice soft velvet one. And these ones are two bullet bow ones, which are made with materials from Sophia Grace. And I can't remember where I got this velvet one. And these are my headband stands. They are quite old. I got them from AliExpress many years ago. And the headband width I'm using is just under an inch. So, as you can see, it's about 2 centimetres, about 20 millimetres wide. So that's ones that I use. And then I've got my bullet fabric here. I've got this lovely floral one. And I do use a template to do my cuts. So as you can see here, I've done this on graph paper. This is what you'll have. So it's 8 centimetres across the top, 9.5 centimetres here. We curve down to here, and the point at the bottom is 2 centimetres, and this long side is 25 centimetres, and this curve should sort of come down to about 3.5 centimetres at the sort of bit as it starts to drop down into the 2. And we're going to do a 0.5 centimetre stitch allowance on here as well. So this is the guide, and then I'm just taking that and I cut my other piece out. I did 2 versions, and I use that to cut a cardboard template, which is this. Okay, just so you can screenshot that if you need it. And then this is my material, and it's natural width. Just bring it on camera so you can see. Is 10 inches wide. So to make sure I've got enough material, because we need to make this into sort of 4, it's like a diamond, it's a tapered rectangle kind of thing. So you have to fold it in half because you need double this. Okay, and then we want to fold this corner to this corner to get a quad. Like this. Make sure your edges are all lined up. And then we take this and put it against the edge where the 4 creases come together. There we go. And I'm going to take my ruler because I don't need this bit extra here. And take that extra, because then I can use that for half pin wheels and bits and pieces like that, because you get 2 pieces. There we go. And then again, I'm going to use my ruler because I like to make it neat, and because also I am terribly cat-handed. Terribly cat-handed. I am going through 4 layers of fabric, so sometimes I do have to go over a little bit. And also, I don't maintain steady pressure. I'm a terror for it. So like I said, if you do struggle with things like that, like that's why I use my ruler as well. And again, I'm just going to put it here and do my end. If you are more able than myself, and you're not cat-handed, you don't need the ruler, you can literally do it freehand. But like I said, this is just me. And then with this bit, you use that curve as a guide. I just got one little bit that has cut. There we go. So we've got those little bits, put them aside. I'm just going to Press my button to put that out of the way. Move your template to one side. And then you'll be left with this shape, which if you roll it out, as you can see, you've got your longer ends here. Move it so you can see both bits. And like I said, it's a rectangle with the tapered bits here. And basically what you do is we're going to turn it so that the print's this way. We want to fold it in half. Like this. So that these bits all line up to the taper, and you pin along here. And if you're doing your sewing machine, you can just sew this curve, this side and this side, and again pin it so it all lines up in half. And again on this one you do exactly the same thing. You do your stitches from here to this point, and you leave this bit open, and you just need a straight stitch on your sewing machine, and obviously back stitch your ends. So I'm going to pause now. Well, actually I'm going to show you the back stitch you do if you want to do hand stitch. So what I've done is on this little bit of felt, so you can see, this is a back stitch, and all you do is you want 1/2 centimetre seam allowance, and I've got my thread and a needle. So from here you put a stitch in like this, just a standard stitch. So this is how you start, and then this is your back stitch. So you go back from that starting point that you started, and then come back from underneath. So you get this, and then the back looks like this. And again, from that start point, 1/2 centimetre up, like so. From where your stitch started, 1/2 centimetre up, go. Obviously it's straighter when I'm not concentrating on trying to show you on camera, but this is basically what I do. And this is one of the strongest seam stitches you can do freehand. And you just do this. As you can see, this one's I've concentrated a lot more, obviously showing you on camera to do my stitches, and then I'll show you how to finish the feet and turn it inside out. So I'm just finishing up on the second side. So as you can see, just done my back stitching all the way along, and I've got a little mark on my hand where I've been going back to do keep my stitches the same size. And like I said, just make sure that your edges are still lined up all the way along. This is just the last couple of stitches, always when I'm on camera. So last couple, back through the original one. And this is my last one through here. So I'm going to go back through here. So I've got this, and then I'm going to go up from beneath again. And just do a little end stitch. This would be the equivalent of doing like a back stitch on your sewing machine. And then I'm just going to tie this last little bit of thread off, and I'll show you how to get nice squared off feet. I have already done this end. This is what it looks like inside out. So what you want to do, and this is the main reason why we have the 1/2 centimetre seam allowance, you want to take this, make sure that this is flat, and we do it so that it's nicely squared off like this. Okay, and then I take one of my clips just so it stays in place like this, and then again you just do your back stitch about 1/2 centimetre up again. So just a quick back stitch through here, and then once we're done we trim this bit off. Okay, so when you're doing your feet, to make sure it's nicely squared off, you want it roughly the same size as the feet of the tip of your headband. So that's the smallest width. So, like I said, you do your back stitch across, and then I just do another set of stitches back the other way, and start at my beginning point. Okay, and then we'll just do a little thread off. Get rid of our thread. Then we're going to just take that little extra off, so you've got that nice clean edge there. So we are left with this sewn from here to here, from here to here, and we've flattened down our feet, so we've got the squared off each end. And then from this side you can take your finger, or you can use like your little hook, and you just bring up and turn this the right way round. It just take a minute, and I do it slow because if you push too much through it at once you can sort of get like a little bulk, and then it takes a minute to get it through. You can use a pencil or anything like that to give it a push as well. But like I said, take it slow. Okay, and once you've done, as you can see, there's your nice foot end. I'm going to do exactly the same this side. Turn it back through. Like I said, take a pencil, the flat end of a pencil, or like I said, if you've got a little turnover tool, take it nice and slow and do it so you've got your end. And then you'll have this, which is this. So this is the seam that's open, and that's why we're going to create our knot. What you want to do is take it so you've got your tails like this, because we want the seam on the inside of it, and make a loop like this, and make your knot. And as you can see, all of the bit that was the open seam is now hidden in the knot. So we can take our headband and pull the knot a little bit tighter, and here you go. Here is one of the areas where the seam is open. Okay, so take your headband and you want to go through the flat side of the knot like this, and then where you've got your gap, where you've got your seam, so the first bit, thread your leg down till it reaches the tip, and then you want to pull that across, and as you can see, there's your nice knot. And then we pull this side, and again, what you want to do on this bit is you need to find the open part of the seam, so here. And this takes a little bit of practice, and it works better if you've got slightly flexible headbands. So you want to take that and slip that down here, and again twist it so you've got this, and then you move your knot here, and if you've got any gaps here, all you do with your flat bit of the headband, flat bit of the knot, is adjust it until that's all hidden. And that's what your feet look like. And that's the back of the headband. You can't see any of that seam that we just had where we've just slipped the headband through. It's completely covered and it's all nice. Now if your feet slip a bit or anything like that, you can take a couple of centimetres off your 25. And same if you've got a slightly wider headband, you just need to do slightly wider feet. So like I said, if you've got a, say you've got an inch headband instead of I can't get my words out, 7/8 of an inch headband. Say if you've got an actual inch headband, you just do 2.5 centimetres. If it's a 2 centimetre headband, just basically double it and then add a centimetre so that you've got enough to sort of fit it round and a seam allowance for you to be able to stitch through. But yeah, this is the look that you get. It's all hand stitched. You can bulk up your knot by doing this as well. If you really want to and you're not certain about this bit, you can put a bit of glue under there and then hold it down so that that's not so shown at all. And they're super comfortable as well. So that's how you make your hand stitch knotted headband.